Hello beautiful, so today we're going to be making some dark chocolate pecan truffles. These are surprisingly healthy for how indulgent they are.
The recipe includes dark chocolate, a touch of brown sugar, vanilla essence, bourbon which is optional, sugar-free maple syrup, pecans, oats and biscuits.
Let's get started. So we're going to start off with chopping our pecans so they're nice and fine before we roast them in a hot fry pan. I got my pecans that were natural. If you can get them that are already toasted, that saves you a step. This is going to form the inside of our beautiful truffles, so chop them as small as you want so they're not too textured and dense. I can't wait to toast these because the aroma of the toasted pecans through our apartment will be absolutely divine. So I think these are about chopped as much as I want, plus I have a hand cramp, so let's chuck them into the fry pan. I've heated mine up to medium to high heat. This smells beautiful. So these look about done. That took about 5 minutes. You need to stir them quite consistently because the smaller bits will start to burn before the larger bits. Next, we're going to blitz about 5 to 6 of our biscuits and half a cup of our oats. If you want, you can chuck these into a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin to break them down, and finally chop up the oats with a knife, but my hands are sore from chopping up the pecans. So let's go. Now we're going to throw in our oats. So now we're going to do the fun stuff. We're going to add our pulverized oats, our biscuits. Now this is completely optional, but a tablespoon of bourbon, the sugar-free maple syrup. I almost forgot the brown sugar. We have a teaspoon of vanilla extract and salt. And so then we're going to mix everything together before we roll these into a ball and freeze them. And then the last step will be coating them in some divine dark chocolate. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. So a really helpful trick I learned was if you wet your hands, it makes rolling the balls a lot easier. So let's get started. I'm going to grab about a tablespoon or 2 of the mixture and make them into little balls, and we're going to chuck them in the freezer. Oh my God, look how much easier this is with your wet hands. I wish I knew this earlier in my life. You can make these as big as you want. These are little bite-sized goodness. I think with the sizes I'm making for an afternoon snack, you could probably have 2 of these. Otherwise, you can make them slightly bigger. So they turned out this big, but they're pretty circular and a good structure, which is what we're aiming for. You could always use like an ice cream scoop if you wanted to help make it a little bit larger, or get someone in your household that has bigger hands than mine. So now I'm going to boil a pot of water because the truffles are about ready to pop out of the freezer. It's been about 2 hours and we're going to make a little water bath to melt the dark chocolate in. Dark chocolate is typically a lot healthier because it's got a higher cocoa content, and that's what we get a lot of our polyphenols or antioxidants from. So we're just going to drop this in here, spin it around, beautiful, and pop it over here. Oof, these look beautiful. So this was about a 250 gram block of chocolate. I totally forgot to save some whole pecans to decorate the top of these. Now the inspiration to make these little bites of goodness is it's actually Easter Friday today, and I thought it would be a nice excuse to make a little chocolate themed treat that also provided a little bit more whole food ingredients in it. So here you go, this is what my mind came up with. These can be a little sweet treat that you can enjoy any time of the year. Obviously it's not as healthy as having a piece of fruit or some, carrot sticks with homemade hummus, but I think nutrition's all about enjoying foods that make us happy, that also fill us up with goodness. So I think this is a perfect balance between the both. I think the trouble will be trying to portion control these.
If you found this helpful or just love all things wellness, give it a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next video.